Hello, everyone. It is I, Trooper SJP, and this is the Academic Foxhole, and we're starting again. And I think I got it fixed. I was trying to. So here's the thing. I'm going to tell you what happened. I'm on a Mac, and the way that you route sound internally, sound from the internal sound to some other program, is you tend to have to use this thing called Soundflower is the way to do it, which is this sort of add-on that came from Cycling 74, and you use that to route things in between because some of the mixing programs don't exist for the Mac, they're only for PC. And I was trying to mess with that because I was trying to figure out a way to get Sirenscape to be audible for the people in Roll20, right? Because I was playing with Sirenscape, and I was like, is there a way for me to make it so that if I'm running, say, for example, Night Witches, for example, I could get the people who are in the Zoom call with me to hear what's happening, right? And so people told me that you had to go and do this through Soundflower. So I created this thing on Soundflower, and it didn't work. And apparently it also messed up my audio. So I'm still trying to figure out how to get Roll20, not Roll20, how to get the people in my Zoom call to hear music, and also make sure that can be streamed. I'm trying to figure out music solutions for the game. And stop that, Jer. Stop it. So yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. I've never had. Hey, Volpez. Volpez, thank you so much for the beard oil. Thank you. That's so great. And also the mustache wax. I'm so excited. I'm getting a haircut and everything tomorrow, so I'm going to go and get myself all set up, and I'm excited. So that's thank you. Happy holidays. So I don't think I can. I don't know what I'm going to do to deal with this audio solution, and I'm going to sort of muck around with it a little bit more, I think. I'm going to see if there's something I can do besides Soundflower that will help me to get audio places. Oh, that's great. I'm really excited to try it, Volpez, and I'm expecting to do it tomorrow when I get myself all done and also move more. Yeah. So, I don't know about you all, but I am... Oh, by the way, I'm only using one. I normally use two lights when I stream. I'm only using one right now. Do you think the lighting is good enough, or do you think I need a second light over there? Let me know if you think the lighting is good. Right? Because I normally use two lights, but I'm only using one. And I want your thoughts on it. I've got one right there, and I could get one more as this is my key light. I could get one more for a fill light that I'd put over there, but I probably want that situation with my outlet to be fixed. Anyway, this is all of us. We're going to start playing. No, I don't need with the pale background. All right then. Well, then we're good. So, I think the lighting looks pretty good. That's true. I will fill the bookshelves, and then we'll think about it again, and then we will confer. Right. So I might need it. I'll tell you what. I'll fill up the bookshelves with all of my RPG books and other books and miscellaneous books. I could be in a garage. Hey, Krellin, how are you? Yeah, I mean, I think, right, I've got some shadows, but I feel like it should be all right, maybe. I think. Yeah, so we're going to find out when we get there. So we're playing Where the Water Tastes Like Wine, and Darksiders 2 is our giveaway. And I'm hosting Critical Role tonight at 10 o'clock Eastern Time, 7 o'clock Pacific. Oh, the shelves look like a garage door? Oh, you know what? I totally get that. I get it. So how much of the bookshelves are getting filled up with an old school record player and some vinyl? I changed the resolution of the camera. Vinyl will probably be on these shelves, but the record player would be in the front room. basically, these, you cannot see how big these shelves are. I have got, this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 9 shelves here, and they go across the entire wall. And there's no way I can reach like the top 3 shelves because I am not that tall, so I need a stepladder. But they will be full. They will be full completely with books, certainly. And they may be full of DVDs. I've got to try to figure out what's going to go everywhere. I have a lot of shelves, but I don't think I have enough shelf space. I don't think so. I wonder if you can use some mixing software. Yeah, this is what I'm thinking, Jer. There must be some kind of mixing software that I can use that will allow me to have multiple programs and feed audio between them. Because here's the thing. Roll20 does have a jukebox, and that's what I used when I was doing Cthulhu Confidential, and that's fine. But I would like maybe some other sounds. I just need to go through, I think, the jukebox for now and see if I can get enough music there that will be good. But I want some really good classic Hollywood action sequence music. You know what I mean? Come on to my house, my house, come on. Come on to my house, my house, come on. Come on to my house, I'm gonna give you candy. Come on to my house, I'm gonna give you everything. Grinny. Thank you so much for the host. Also, I need water. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I have got so many shelves. They're all empty, but they will be full. They will be full. How long do I stay in this new place? This is where you can get your water turned into wine. So all this is going to turn into wine, and I'm going to be drunk by the end of the stream. I should have an apartment. So I can't warm my apartment until I finish unpacking. No, not edgy 90s Evanescence and pop punk. No, I want some like Herman sort of like, you know, for like when they're in the... Okay, this is what I want. I want sweeping strings, and I want sound effects of guns. You know, like guns on airplanes. And I want the sound, like there are sound effects that I want for when they're flying. And there are things that I want, and I do not think those things are on the jukebox in Roll20, so I would have to play them through some other means, probably Sirenscape, but I cannot get that to work at the moment. Not Ride of the Valkyries. How long do I stay here? I do want Lizard to make me some sweet sounds, and I just need to get some sound effects. Sisters of Mercy. So, the game starts... So, I stay in this apartment probably a year and a half. Finish out this school year, and then next school year. So, I'm thinking a year and a half, and what happens after that will depend on if I get a fellowship to go and do research. If I get a fellowship to go and do research for the school year after, then I will move out and go someplace different and just work for a year and not do service. So yeah, how long I stay here will depend on whether I get a fellowship for the year after. I mean, I hope I get a fellowship. If I don't, I'm going to have to reassess, and maybe I will stay here. And that was it was originally going to be December. Yeah, there was a bunch of stuff that happened, right? So originally, let me pull up my calendar so I can give you exact information. Originally, it was going to be December 15th. That was the original date. No, actually, we were going to originally start December the 15th, but then no, that's not even true. I totally lied to you. We were originally going to start December 8th. Right, we were originally going to start December 8th. No, we were going to start last week. So we were going to start December 8th, which was last week. And then basically we were going to do our session 0 in November and then start in December. And we were going to start December 8th, and we were going to start last week. But one of our cast members was not going to be able to make it the last 2 weeks of December, and I thought, yeah, right, we were going to start last week during the VTM game, but one of the cast members couldn't make it for the last 2 weeks. We were going to do the four weeks in December, and one of our cast members couldn't make it for the last 2 weeks of December, and I thought, well, that's okay. We can get a replacement for those two. Like, at least we have the full cast for the first 2 weeks. We'll get a replacement for the second 2 weeks. It'll be fine. And then the cast member will come back. But then a cast member, same cast member, also couldn't make it on the 8th, which means we wouldn't have all of the main cast for the first session, and one of the cast members would miss all three of the 4 of December. So, hello, Kings Laytoned. You should blame EE. Kings Laytoned. Kings Latanid? But basically, because of Roll20, Roll for It Con and all that, December was tricky, so we moved it over to January. So we will be starting Night Witches. What's up, Kings? January 8th. Right? So we're going to be starting, done, January? So yes, no, January, what is this, Saturday? When are we starting? January 5th. Yes. We are starting January 5th is the first session of Night Witches Toil and Trouble on Geek Space TV. I have my little calendar. You can't see it. It's fine. So we'll be running 5, 12, 19, and 26 in January. So if you want to get ready and get hype and get excited, basically we are doing session 0 on Saturday, which you will not be seeing, but then in 2-3 weeks after that, we're going to start. So it's going to be the first Saturday in January, the 5th. So bubble, toil and trouble. Yes. It's the day. So it's a birthday present. So for Granny's birthday, we are going to be running Night Witches Toil and Trouble. And it's going to be 3 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Eastern time. And if you are in England, you can hit it at 11 p.m., which is not too bad. It'll be midnight if you are in Central European time. But, it's only 3 hours. And, maybe you can hit the midnight to 3 a.m. It'll be really good. Ooh. Somebody's watching me, and I have no privacy. Whoa, I always feel that somebody's watching me. Tell me, is it just a dream? Thank you for the follow, Kings. I want to tell you, when we get 500 followers, I'm going to do a stream in Pig Latin. Or, Inwe Iwe Itge 500 Fe Alwers Fe. Imwe Oenge Ute Ude Ewe Imstre Inwe Igpe Adenle. But it will be a visual novel, so there'll be subtitles. So that you'll know what I'm saying. That's it. A stream I can stay up for and not be awake. Oh yes, I wanted a stream that was a little bit more friendly for the East Coast people. And we now have one. So I'm so excited. Cauldron burn, cauldron bubble, take to the skies, we witches fly, spitting into Nazi's eyes. Yes. Oh, hey, JT Toad. Thank you so much for the follow. You know what? The sound volume is mixed so I can't hear my thing very well. It sounds too loud. Thank you, Jer. Let me come over here and turn it down a little bit. Let's see. I'm going to... What are we looking at? We are looking at... Yeah, game volume is high. Well, then I will turn it down. Screen capture. The only problem is that you only get one in, really. It's system capture. Through... when you do game show, you have just system audio capture. And here, let me turn this down to about let's try 25%. There we go. All right. We're back. How does that feel? Yes. And this music is amazing. I cannot change the balance between the game's volume, unless I can actually just go into the game itself. That's a question. I think it's better. You know what would be interesting? Hey, Detroit. Resume. Okay, hold on a second. Let's go to options. Let's go to sound. And let's turn the volume down a little bit. I think, what I'm going to do is turn the volume down in here a little bit so that, and then resume. Okay. So so by turning down the game volume, I should probably have a better mix between, you know, when people follow. So JT, thank you so much for the follow. It is much appreciated. When we get to 500 followers, we're going to do a stream in Pig Latin. So we're playing, oh, that's a little bit low for me. There we go. We are playing Where the Water Tastes Like Wine. We are a hobo who's been turned into a skeleton, which is super awkward. We are traveling across the country trying to find stories of people and learn them and then share them so we can meet other people. And this game was nominated for the Independent Game Festival's Excellence in Narrative Awards, and it's one of the... there were 6 nominees, and this is the 5th of the 6 that we've played. And we're gonna enter Detroit and see what happens. Oh, okay. We are hobos been turned into a skeleton. Wait, this is just your first D&D... It is my first D&D character. It's Skeletor, the... I know, right? Thanks, Nightbutt. So I should probably earn some money. I can't explore. Let's earn some money. You wander the streets of the city looking for a way to make some cash. I'm going to look for work. You're standing outside a department store that emphatically had no day work available when an exasperated woman carrying a small terrier rushes out onto the sidewalk. "Here, you," she says. "Won't you watch him for me? He keeps chewing the shoes and I'll only be a minute." "Sure, I'll watch the dog." "Thank you," she cries, and heads inside again. The terrier seems perfectly content in your arms until she returns and scoops him up, leaving you with a very generous tip. This is not a murder game. Well, okay, so sometimes people die when we tell stories to them, but that is totally not my fault. I mean, it looks like it's my fault, but it's not my fault. Hey, it looks like there's fire over there. Well, this is not a murder game. Well, sometimes people die. Well, I don't know. But the thing is that last time I blacked out, so I might have done the murders. There's a fire over there, and I want to see what it leads to, because maybe it's something interesting. I feel like we haven't actually seen all the things and done all the things. It's a murder bard game, so since people die, you tell them stories. Oh, so I'm an evil bard? I'm wondering if any remarks have been made about the whole game being cryptically Grateful Dead themed. Oh, yeah, right? Which is pretty amazing. I mean, I love the sort of the... Oh, yeah, we do have a hobo friend here. Oh, we didn't go to Columbus, Ohio. You know what? I want to look at the map. Right? I love the Grateful Dead theme. Serial killer or pretty cornflake. Are all bards evil deep down? So this is where I am at right now, right? Here we go. You know, we were in Detroit, now we're heading east again. I spotted the game in a search for best adventure games and spotted the Direwolf cards. Oh yeah. Chaotic Horny is a standard bard alignment. Well, why would you go to Columbus? Not even Ohioans go to Columbus. A friend of mine is from Columbus, although he left Columbus. The Whistling minigame is an amazing part of this game. Skeletons, American mythology. Oh, yeah. I mean, all I see now are dancing bears, and I feel like that will give us everything. Also, apparently I'm tired. Oh, hey, look. One of our stories got more exciting in the telling. We should find out what it is. Let's hear a story. My girlfriend is in Ohio and she hates it. One of my best friends is an Ohioan, and he was there, and he was like, and he's gone. He's back in Los Angeles. I've been to both Cleveland, where I lived for a year, and Cincinnati, but I've never been to Columbus. Columbus is apparently very cool. It's break time at this half-finished bridge. The workers are gathered around a young man who sits on a bucket like a king. They listen raptly to his story about the legendary Gwyn Michet, the richest and most ruthless bootlegger ever. You realize it's the story of the shootout between the female bootleggers and the cops, but heavily embellished. The young man on the bucket tells it masterfully, doing all the voices, as if he told it this way 1,000 times before. What a story. That's not what the Colombians, when I met in Cleveland. I'm just saying that Ohio has a lot of out-migration. People leave Ohio. But I hear that Columbus is better than Cleveland, Toledo, and Cincinnati, but I don't know. I've never been. I should go. I don't have time for that. Oh, I love muesli. Muesli's really good. Dumb question. Is granola muesli the same? And it's too yummy to be healthy. Yeah, muesli is raw granola, but granola's okay, that's fair. That is fair. Granola's not unhealthy, but you can't have a lot of it because it's, it's got like you can certainly post links, and if you can't, we'll make you a regular so that you can. It's nothing close to what actually happened, but this version is pretty good. You'll have an easy time remembering it. Oh. So we now know about the kitchen. What's the difference between muesli and granola? Oh, all right. But everyone thinks that granola is super healthy, and it's not unhealthy, but let's search this place. So yeah, it's like heavy in carbs.
A man in a truck fills 2 of her buckets with scoops of whitish powder from a bin. She sees you staring.
Want to make some cash?
She calls.
Doing what?
She takes you up the drive to her farmhouse, where her son and daughter are mixing something in a metal barrel.
Locust bait,
She says.
poison. The town bought enough for everyone, but we gotta mix it ourselves.
She'll pay you to help.
Sure. I'll pay to help her make lots of poison. I mean...
You use a broom handle to mix the poison with bran. The teens watch from the porch, faces frozen in distrustful scowls.
Yeah, I won't die.
Their mother pays you well, but later in the day you feel lightheaded, tingling pins and needles all over. You feel only a little better after you vomit.
Well, I'm a skeleton. I'm fine. Grinny originally only got regular status, not from her links, but from her all the caps all the time. This is fair. I have my doubts about the healthiness of cereals, though. Dr. Kellogg was a pretty wild dude. There's some question about it, right? I'll help you brew poison. Sure, why not? Grinny's very excited. There's a fight between Grinny and Krellin. Is it like a wrestling fight? Woman and the buckets of poison. I mean, I don't personally want to hang out with locusts, but you know what? I'm not going to be there. I'm moving on. Here's a... Let's go talk to this person. Let's find out who's there. We might make a new friend. Franklin. Oh, hey! It's our Franklin, the Pullman Porter.
Thing. Someone looking right through you. But don't lie to me, friend. I know you want to know the truth, what it really means to be a porter.
Yeah, I can't imagine it's really great. Come on. She's an excited puppy. I think the fight in me holding her at arm's length while she claws the air and tries in vain to lick my face, that's the fight.
Well, I can tell you it's more than making white folks happy.
Yeah.
That's just how it's supposed to look.
I'm certain.
But you go on so long being how you're supposed to, you're not quite sure how to go back to what you are. Though I suppose I can give it a try.
Your fighting face looks a little creepy, Grinny, but I like it.
Anyway, I'm in the mood for a good happy story. You got me?
Okay, a happy story. A happy story. We need a good happy story, but I feel like I've already told some of these. Do I need to... Can I repeat? Oh, why don't we do the one about, the staves are always creepy. It's always like... No, that's not good. The Fool. The boy ran with his father. The white deer. I do know a lot of murder stories. The devil, that's not going to get... The thing is, there was a really hopeful one, but I think we already told it. See, this is the problem. He already knows the story. Death and then blood. Trooper, you're looking more casual today than I've ever seen you. It's a good look. Oh! Normally, here's the thing, DM. Also, hi, DM. Normally, or the topics you want me to talk about. Well, that's a good idea. Normally, on Thursdays, I teach... Well, that's not true. This last semester I've been teaching on Thursday, so when you see me streaming on a Thursday, it's often me coming from work, so I'm usually in sort of work clothes, although I take off my sport coat. But right now I'm just wearing a t-shirt with Grace Jones on it, so, you know, who doesn't like that? You can repeat tales... Oh, if I hear a new version. Okay. Ancient battles, that's not hopeful. See, the thing is, Creepy Mill, I don't know. The couple parted by unemployment. You don't age, Trooper. You look the age of your students right now. Oh, you know, I think of myself as pretty, mellow. I don't know if I've got any hopeful stories, though. Like, Girl with the Strange Stones, story the farmer's land was choked. That's maybe the Girl with the Strange Stones? I think we need to have a super ultra classy trooper in... Oh, maybe one day I will show up and stream in my academic robes. That would probably freak you all out, but I can do it. The problem I'm having is I don't know if I've got a... I may be a vampire. The Leatherman's Cave in the northeast. We've been playing in the woods. Fortune telling the curse. There are these two Grace Jones looking chicks. Krellin! That was such a good movie. If you stream in your academic robes, you better be playing a game that involves magic. See, I have to find the right game to stream in my robes. Grinny, are you going? So... None of these things... Okay, I think the only thing that might be sort of hopeful, is maybe the women praying? Maybe? I'm gonna get some Winter Wonderland loot boxes, though. That sounds fun. Please lurk away. Grocery store coupons favor tomorrow for a shopping day, but not today. Huh. I'm gonna tell this story. I don't know if that's a good one, though. You tell the story of the woman praying in the woods.
Just like I told you, friend.
Oh.
Miles of smiles.
Oh, he liked that one. That's good.
It's hard to have faith in a
good.
person if you never really know him. And let me tell you, it's hard to really know a porter. At least to know more than what he wants you to know.
Yeah, I want to know more about you.
You can let him completely into your life, and he'll keep you in the dark about it.
I think that's true. I know this service
You got any
industry.
stories with a bit of excitement to them?
I do. I want to tell you the story about the bootlegger. But he already knows that story. So, something that's exciting? Ancient streets, ancient battles could be exciting. Maybe the creepy mill is just creepy. You know what we could do? Here's what I could do. Hold on. Yes. The problem is it won't let me do it. Because he says that he already knows that story. Up here. He already knows the story of the legendary Gwen Mache, the richest and most ruthless bootlegger ever. So I cannot retell that story, even though it got upgraded. What I think I will do is once we finish this, I will go in, turn up the volume of the game, turn down the volume of the music, and keep the voice up. So what does he want? He wants something thrilling. I suppose that's true. I'd like to sort of match it, though. In some way. Something exciting? I don't know if there's a Harry Potter game. How about the story of... not the devil. I need more stories, everyone. You know what? What about the guy, what's the guy? The guy, there's the one about the guy, the Leatherface guy, maybe? What about the girl with the stones? Maybe? I saw some of this gameplay, and the idea of wandering the U.S. camping and telling stories is very appealing. It's really nice. I do want to tell him a good story, though. You know what? We're going to go with the battles. That's what we're going to do. You tell the story of ancient battles still raging in Boston streets.
Does that one scare you? Not sure about me.
Nope, wasn't a good one.
Past. We porters have to leave the way we used to think behind. Before, we were all just worrying about how to make it through the next day, the next 10,000 miles. But together, we got to put what's behind us, and keep it there.
We're going to fix this audio, everybody.
Now that we've got the brotherhood, we porters have a bigger future to think about.
That's fair.
Tell me something that'll make me laugh. I could use a chuckle.
I'm not getting his eye open. A funny story. I don't know how many funny stories I know. I clearly need more stories, and all those are creepy. The love stories are not happy. I'll tell the story of the girl with the strange stones. That's like... I don't know if you'll like it.
That's a tall one. Don't pull my leg, okay?
Didn't help.
Home for a porter is the next train station. It's a warm Baker heater stove in the middle of cramped living quarters.
Is reclaiming a negative word and putting a new meaning to it a bad thing? Well, first off, you should not be reclaiming any word that was not used against you personally, right? So you cannot reclaim a word that was used to hurt other people. You can only reclaim words that are used to hurt you. And whether or not it's a good or bad thing sort of depends. You have to sort of think about, numerous people have done it over time to reclaim words that have been used to hurt them and take the power away. But sometimes it doesn't work and it just still ends up being a harmful word. It sort of depends on the time period.
You got any stories with a bit of excitement to them?
Yeah, I kind of don't. I'm like in a bad way. I'm so sorry. No, back. I think I'll go with the story of the woman with buckets of poison. It's not that exciting, but maybe. I think I'm not doing so well.
That one will probably ruin the mood if I share it in our quarters.
Sorry.
Change? I changed with the job, for sure. You spend so much time on a train, you start to take after it a little bit.
I'm a little sad.
Nobody can maneuver, get over, and move forward like a porter.
I know if you tell them the story, the porter keeps asking for the wrong type of stories.
Anyway, you must have some funny stories to tell. Share one.
I do not. Like, my stories are miserable, and not funny. I don't have any funny stories. Like, all my stories are not funny. You know what? Why don't I tell you about travel? We're going to tell you the stories about this woman. We did get to know him better.
Might not be telling that one to the boys, actually. Travel? It's not just people riding on these railroads. See, Most days I'll pick up a newspaper or a magazine or an album somebody left behind. Then I'll give it a read or a listen and maybe even sell it someplace where they don't know Bessie Smith yet.
I know Bessie Smith. Yes, you're right, Jer. All my stories about how I end up killing people.
Don't want to hold you here if you need to be going. I've got to be going in the morning too. The next leg of my trip takes me along the rails this way. Where are you headed?
So clearly I cannot talk to him for a while.
If we cross paths again, I'd like to tell you more of the truth about what it's like to be a porter and what it's like to be in the brotherhood.
I'd love to hear
Keep
more.
an eye out for me, all right?
I would love to hear more from you, Franklin. I have a story about... Why am I injured? I have a story about assassins. So we're going to go back to the options. We're going to go to sound. What I'm going to do... is... Here's what I'm going to do. I am going to have the music volume go down. And then I'm going to turn the regular volume up. And I think that might do it. Yeah, we need to get some funny and happy stories is clearly what we need to do. Because we don't have the stories we need. I'm also a little bit injured. Let's hear a story. I have a funny assassin story. It's not that funny. After gossiping for a while about the weather and the crops and the state of the world, all bad and getting worse, he takes a different track. You look like someone who likes a good story, he wheezes. Try this one on for size. Well, I'm listening. I knew an assassin. Or somebody who said they were an assassin. After loudly and repeatedly clearing his throat, he tells you the story of the trickster who lures humans with magic stones. It sounds a lot like the story of the girl with the strange stones, but with some parts changed and other parts added. When he grins up at you at the conclusion of the tale, my house, come on. Come on to my house, come on. Come on to my house, I'm gonna give you candy. Come on to my house, I'm gonna give you everything. Thank you so much for the host, Esteni. Welcome in. We are playing Where the Water Tastes Like Wine. How was your stream today, Esteni? How did it go? I hope it was going well. I hope so. We need to get some funny and happy stories. I knew someone who... Thank you, DM. I knew someone who claimed to be an assassin when I was in the army, and who said that I would make a really good assassin. And I decided not to take him up on that offer. Emperor Sock! Yeah, no, I sing when I get a follow, or a host, or bits, or a donation. I sing all the time. If there's like a point for me, like if there's an excuse for me to sing, I will sing. It will happen. But also, I never became an assassin. And in case anybody wants to know, I did not become an assassin. So just so you know. When he grins up at you at the conclusion of the tale, you give him the effusive praise he's apparently expecting. You have to remember that version, even if it's not quite what happened. It's a good story. Assassin SJP. Ooh! Uh-oh. Bits! Volpes! So the bits are not... Our bit music doesn't show up. So, what I do when we have the bits is I sing We're in the Money from Gold Diggers of 1933, sung by Ginger Rogers in Pig Latin. We do the little Pig Latin section. And so we're going to do it. Earway and hey, the anime. Earway and hey, the anime. Oh wait, we have to stop. We've got a subscription. I'll bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name, I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F or an M will appear. And then I say bow at a B, then I say the name, then banana, fanner, and foe. And then I say the name again with an F, very plain, then a fee, fi, and a mo. And then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can't rhyme. Emperor, bo bemperor, banana, fanner, fo femperor, fee, fi, mo memperor. Emperor. Thank you so much for the gift sub. Ooh, The name game. Come on, everybody. I said, now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name, I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F or an M will appear. And then I say bo at a B, then I say the name, then banana, fanner, and foe. And then I say the name again with an F, very plain, then a fee, fi, and a mo. And then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can't rhyme. Grinny, 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 bo, binny, banana, fanner, fo, finny, fee, fi, mo, minny. Grinny. Thank you so much for the subs. So nice. Thank you so much. So I will not forget the bit song. Oh, yay! So I want to thank everybody for the subs. All that money for the subs right now is going to paying for costumes for Night Witches, the RPG that I'll be jamming on Geekspace TV starting January the 5th. So like really soon. But bits song for the bits to practice my Pig Latin. Earway and hey the anime. Earway and hey the anime. Earway and hey the anime. Either I skays or ani say. Old man the 80 Ashen prayer uthre uviastenweang reo. Ewe every red lands lay of weird brands lay ute day. And when we see the and the order ewe ukli at the I get rain the IA. We're in the money. We're in the money. We've got a lot of what it takes to get along. We're in the money. The skies are sunny. Old man depression, you're through. You've done us wrong. We never read headlines about breadlines today. And when we see, the problem is, here's the problem. I can't do it not in Pig Latin right now because the melody changes a little bit when you go from Pig Latin. The melody and rhythm changes a little bit when you go from English to Pig Latin because Pig Latin's way longer. We never read headlines about breadlines today. And when we see the landlord, we look that guy right in the eye. Oh, we're in the money. Yep, there we go. We're in Cleveland. There's a person over here. It looks like a hobo friend, but I don't know who it is. Oh, I think it's somebody new that we don't know. Because if we can get a brand new hobo friend, we can tell them stories. Ooh, the name game. Come on, everybody. I said, now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name, I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F or an M will appear. And then I say bo at a B, then I say the name, then banana, fanner, and foe. And then I say the name again with an F, very plain, then a fee, fi, and a mo. And then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can't rhyme. However, we have the extra rules now. But if the first two letters are ever the same, you drop them both, then say the name like Bob. Bob drop the B's, Bo, Ob, or Fred. Fred drop the F's, fo, red, or Mary. Mary drop the M's, mo, airy. That's the only rule that is contrary. This is gonna be really hard. Black ice lichen, black ice lichen, black ice lichen, boat, ack ice lichen, banana fanna, fo, fac ice lichen, fee, fi, mo, mac ice lichen. Black ice lichen. I got it. That was not easy, but I got it. Oh, all you subs with the exciting names making it hard for me. I like it a lot. Oh. I will try not to tell them stories. Maybe I should just tell them stories and we'll get them killed. It'll be great. Just when Tess told me to ask Gritty about the name story. Black Ice Lichen is hard because the rhythm of it. Black Ice Lichen, bo, back ice lichen, Banana fana for black ice. Should be flack ice lichen? But black ice lichen is really difficult. I'll just take off both. Fat ice lichen. Like, it's hard, but I will get it. You're right, I should have just done black ice. That's true. Black ice, bo back ice, banana fana for fat ice, feed fry, mo mac ice. Black ice. Oh, that's way easier. Black ice is way easier. What? I haven't sung enough just yet? You don't know? Maybe I have. Also, obligatory action done. I'm sort of injured and tired right now, apparently. Not me personally, but my hobo skeleton. That's what. No, this isn't Franklin, right? This is, no. Wait, do you think this is Franklin? Let's see. Don't be Franklin. It is Franklin. We have to exit.
Welcome back.
Hey, everybody.
It's been a while.
How are
I
you?
miss talking with you, friend.
I miss talking with you, too. But I can't talk with you.
You want to hear more about what the porter's life is really like?
Yep.
Not the happy man?
Somebody's watching me. I have no privacy. Whoa, I always feel that somebody's watching me. Tell me, is it just a dream? Thank you for the follow. When we hit 500,
and about Mr. Randolph and the Brotherhood of Sleeping Car
I'm
Porters.
gonna do a stream and take a
It'll
lap.
ruin the illusion, but I think that's for the best.
No worries, Emperor Sock.
Know any good tragic tales? I'm in the mood for one of those right now.
Oh, Tragic Tales. I could tell you one of those, no problem. Do you think we can actually do it? Do you think we can? Let's tell a tragic tale. I mean, I think that's no worries. Tragic tales. Let's tell about the lovers who were parted by unemployment. That's tragic. Right, I can do that. We should not be talking to him right now, but...
Damn, friend. That one hit me hard.
I'm so sorry. I might just have to kill him.
Love. Yeah. Porters like to spread news amongst ourselves. And nothing is more newsworthy than a phone number a pretty little Piola just happened to leave behind.
All right.
Don't tell anybody, but that's how I met my last girl in Harlem.
Hey, you know what? No
Got any
judgment.
optimistic tales? I'd like to hear one of those.
See, here's the problem. I don't have good tales for you. I just have bad tales. Like, all of my tales are bad. Like, that's not optimistic. The Creepy Mill is creepy and not I just don't have enough stories for him. Can we just exit? If we exit, what happens? I mean... I know, I just have bad tales, you know? Just bad and creepy. Oh, here, we'll just tell the story of the Leatherman's Cave. We'll do that one. I did tell him about the lighthouse guys.
I'm not sure I get it, friend.
That's okay.
It's hard to have faith in a person if you never really know him.
It's fair.
And let me tell you, it's hard to really know a porter. At least to know more than what he wants you to know.
I do know this about you.
You can let him completely into your life, and he'll keep you in the dark about his.
I know that.
I'm in the mood for a story with a bit of that true sadness to it.
Sadness? I think I might have those stories because I have sad stories. How about the one about the boy who tries to run away with his father? That's sad.
Didn't expect to, but I'm actually tearing up over here.
Yeah, that's a sad story.
Freedom. That's what the Brotherhood of Sleeping Car Porters is about. Getting our freedom.
That was pretty good, right? I don't
Some
know.
folks in this country ain't too fond of unions, socialism, or anything that's got them scared somebody's gonna grab what's theirs.
You go be in your union.
And they're especially ornery when it's black folks organizing their labor.
It's true. You go with your porter self.
They think there's not enough freedom to go around. I guess we'll find out.
I don't know. Maybe Emperor Sock? I know, right? Speak it, porter friend.
Anyway, I'm in the mood for a good happy story. You got any?
No, I have no happy stories. All of my stories are creepy or miserable. Right? That's this is like my life. It's creepy, miserable stories that will make you sad. So, like, Yeah, like you don't want to know about the farm that was choked with dust and everyone's gonna die. That's not gonna make you happy. The soldier who's gonna kill himself. That's not gonna make you happy. The drunkard lineman who I killed. I know, I can't. I wish I should know everything about you. Here's the thing, I have no good happy stories. Let's tell him the story of the dog. It's sad. It's not good. It's not a happy story.
Might not be telling that one to the boys, actually.
I know, I'm sorry.
I've heard some porters say that even up in heaven, we gonna be the ones making the beds, shining the shoes, and cleaning the corn.
I hope not. That would be terrible. A happy story like the one about the black man who has a good job working for the railroad, working in Pullman cars? Maybe?
I believe it.
Emperor Sock, what do you do? Tell me something about you.
Anyway, I'm in the mood for a good happy story. You got
No,
me?
I do not. All of my stories are miserable and sad. So I'm going to tell you a ghost story. That's what I'm going to do. That's it.
Who finds that one funny?
I don't know. I don't have funny stories.
I think about bondage a lot.
I should tell them that story.
Is a handful of coins really all it takes to separate a buck from a working man?
I don't know. Maybe.
They say old George Pullman only employs black boys to make his trains feel even fancier for white folks.
Maybe. Well, we get other stories. We get other information from him, but we don't get more close to him.
When Mr. Randolph got us all thinking about a union, I remember someone shouting, "Fight or be slaves." Another night over. I've got to get going. My journey takes me down the rails this way. But it was good talking to you.
All right, we're not going to hang out with him in Pennsylvania. That's all. People tend to know more about me than myself. Hey, you know what, though?
And how'd you
That
like
happens.
that, Sharon? Our dark silhouette's a little easier to make out. Sooner or later, the whole world's got to know what we really are. And what's it really like. That's the only way we're really gonna matter to anyone besides ourselves.
Well, I like the animation on the eyes. I hope so, Mr.
And
Franklin.
now that you know the bad, doesn't the good sound that much better?
I don't know.
Sharing goes both ways, though.
No worries, Emperor
Is your
Sock.
truth a little more complicated, too?
Oh, it is. It is. My stories are much more complicated. All right, so where are we going? That's Pennsylvania. Let's not go there. Not that there's... Do I want to know your hair color? Is it blue? Is your hair color something like awesome? Like blue or purple? You know the next time you see him he wants happy stories. Yeah, I need to avoid stories with him because that's not going to work out for me. But I also feel like there are people besides him that I could talk to. So he's right there. And I think that we should probably hit... Let's just go south. Why don't we do that? Why don't we go south and head towards Kentucky? I think we could do that. It's a weird black-brown thing. Some say it's black, others say it's dark brown. Oh, you know, I have that problem too. My hair actually isn't black. It's actually super, super dark brown. My facial hair is black, but like the hair on the top of my head, what little I have left, is not black actually, although it looks like. We have not been to Florida. We should probably go to your hometown. So, oh, Franklin's the only person who will talk to a word skeleton hobo. Let's go to West Virginia. I feel like there are things waiting for you over there, but we're not going to go. I also cannot cross this river. Can I cross the river? Hey! Nope. I cannot cross the river. Hey, let's into the earth. Let's go to Cincinnati. We've been to Columbus. Krellin says Cincinnati's better than Columbus, so we're gonna find out if that's true. And there's a bridge. Animals tend to like me? Oh. That's a good sign. Animals love me, but I'm allergic to them, so it's always a little bit sad because they want to like just jump on my face and then make me sneeze. Which is awkward. Oh, hey, look. Totes awkward. New story. Oh, they changed the orchestration of that song. I'm okay with dogs, more or less. The man reads a newspaper with barely contained horror, his grimace spreading wider and wider as he makes his way down the page. Suddenly, his frown cracks into something with a little more amazement in it. Whoa, he says. I said everywhere is better than Columbus. What's the matter? He reads out a story about the apple orchard planter who planted 10,000 trees. You're shocked. It's the story of John Chapman, his orchard, and his dog, but with some bits changed. Do you think this really happened? He asks. Oh, I'm just going to say, oh yeah, sure. He shrugs. Sounds like nonsense to me for sure, he says. The stuff they print these days. So we learn more. Oh, hey, there are more stories for us. We need more stories. We need happy and funny stories. Whatever we can do to make that happen, we need to do. Because we need...
The storm swept in just before sundown.
Happy, funny.
Heralded by a purple sky and electricity in the air. He sought shelter alongside a grizzled farmer. All he can do is pace, muttering to himself.
Can't just stay here.
You catch.
Gotta find her.
Oh, this is not going to be a happy story. You know, Emperor Sock, you could just tell all sorts of random things, like the time when I was told that I'd be a good assassin. That concerns me a little bit, but I'm not an assassin. I was just a spy.
He looks up at you.
My daughter was out down the road.
He balls his fists.
God, fuck this.
He hauls open the door, shielding his face from the fierce dust. He runs out into the storm.
Oh, we're going to help him, because maybe this will be uplifting.
The dust scours your skin, and razor winds whip at your clothing. You struggle for breath. The maelstrom has turned the world murky red.
Dust storms.
You don't see the farmer.
You know, I used to not have the same friends for long due to moving places a lot. Oh, I moved around a lot because I was in the army. But isn't it funny? I feel like my volume's too loud. I feel like you can hear me all well enough. Let me turn myself down a little bit. I feel like the modern day with email, you can really just... I mean, it's really amazing how you can keep track of people and keep in touch with folks. That it was much harder. Oh, you moved a lot because your mom did. Did I have a license to kill? I did not have a license to kill. I thought the first rule of Spy Club was you do not talk about Spy Club. It was a job. You can talk about it. Ooh, I like socks. I like socks that have cool colors on them. I was military intelligence. I can say that. They're things that I can't say, but that I was military intelligence, I can totally say. That's not even a big deal.
You press on through the storm.
I'm going to be injured.
You see the farmer up ahead. He's on his knees. A great, dark shape made from swirling dust looms over him.
This sounds bad. I wear matching socks. I don't run around bare feet because also it's kind of cold.
You manage no more than a cough. The dust thing engulfs the man in his body. The storm whips faster. You can't breathe. You have to get back to shelter.
I have only one kind of socks at home, the same type even. Some black, semi-sport socks. I have many socks that are just like that. Oh, if I were not on the other side of the apartment that I've just moved into, I'd show you some of my socks, because I've got some cool socks.
You make it to safety, but don't manage any sleep. Storm settles.
This is not a happy story.
You find the farmer laid out in the street, his corpse a shriveled mass. He has one arm stretched out in front of him, as if to crawl.
These are not happy stories. I only noticed I lost some of the evil washing machines when I ran out of them the day before. Oh. You finally moved in. Hope we have AC, Trooper. Just in time for winter. I might. I don't know if the AC works, though. So, that wasn't a happy story. Also, I really need to heal myself. So maybe I can in Cincinnati. Let's go there. Yeah, I'm not doing well. Let's stay hydrated, bot. Ooh, you've been live for just over an hour. By this point in your broadcast, you should have consumed at least 4 ounces of water to maintain optimum hydration. What? Hydration bot? What is this about? I actually have an odd pair of socks, 2 wool socks. Oh, I didn't know that I had a stay hydrated bot. Like I didn't hire one. Jer, how did this happen? I just drank some water. So, where did it come from? How did it come to my stream? Like, it's here, it's hanging out with me, but how did it get here? Jer, thank you for looking out for me. That's amazing. You're awesome. Jer is clearly the best mod ever. They used to call this place the Paris of America, and it's fitting. The new Union Station makes you feel like an ant, and the music hall is a hell of a place to look at, too. Let's explore. No, let's go to the store first. Oh, okay, it came with the new apartment. Let's get a PB&J. That's great. And now let's explore. There's a command you can type in their chat that sends the bot over here. That's so cool, Jer. And also, does it stay here? Will it live here forever? Like, will it always be here with us? So that it will always remind me? The battle buddies are the best, everyone.
The corridors of Cincinnati's music hall reverberate with the sounds of an orchestra warming up for rehearsal.
This will also not be a happy story.
If we unbolt the light rig, we can crush them,
says a voice up ahead. No, another answers. Hiding Baldy's baton will be sufficient to stop the din.
Oh, this sounds sinister. Hydrate bot's so cool.
The tuxedoed men are slightly
Oh,
transparent.
ghosts.
Mustachio on the right has his arms folded. The weaselly one on the left scowls. They start at your arrival.
I'm gonna undo those bolts.
No.
Weasel feature vanishes into thin air.
Damn it all.
Says the other man.
Yeah, let's just ask if they're ghosts. Let's just be upfront. I'm a skeleton. I can ask. Yeah.
We used to be members of the orchestra until, well, you know. Patrick doesn't care for the new blood. It seems like talent died with us. So he does his damnedest to stop them playing. But I can't allow violence against fellow artists. Help me stop him.
Yeah, let's not have people murdered. Right? Yeah, let's do that.
With the right tool, you can banish them from the hall. You see, no spirit can stand the sound of the purest of all instruments.
Mustachio is fun to say. All right. So we have to choose between the piano or the violin. I easily cry during movies. It depends on the movie. There are some things that'll get me to cry like that, and some things that won't. So, for example, if the movie tries too hard to make me cry, like they're like, here's the big violin section, then I'm going to feel like it's bad manipulation, then I'm going to be irritated with it, and then I won't cry. But then sometimes, you know, some people will like do a noble sacrifice, they'll talk about their mom or whatever, and I'll just be like, and I'll cry. Yeah, so hobos. No, but here's why it's the violin. See, Krellin is correct that it's the violin, but here's why. The violin, as a stringed instrument that doesn't use frets, is going to sound more like the voice, whereas the piano is this sort of technological instrument as well. So it's clearly the violin.
No.
No? The banjo!
No.
Come on.
Come on to my house, come on.
Come on to my house, come on. Come on to my house, I'm gonna give you candy. Come on to my house, I'm gonna give you everything. Thank you for the host demo. Welcome in. Hey. All right. We're just gonna... Yeah, if it's a fake one, then I just get really irritated. But if you do it well, then I'll cry everywhere. I suppose it has to be the piano.
No.
Oh, apparently not. Flugelhorn?
He shakes his head, exasperated.
No. The triangle. The orchestra has one, but their percussionist's a sop. He never hits it right. If you can get there, you can ensure the only thing brutalized here today is Chopin.
Okay. Well, okay.
The orchestra is midway through practice.
Ooh, yay.
They're in dire need of it. The percussionist dozes on his stool. Everyone's oblivious to the muttering from the lighting rig.
Yeah, we're gonna rush for this triangle. We're gonna try to save this. We're gonna try to stop the murders.
You sprint down the aisle and
Maybe.
elbow through the incensed musicians. The percussionist falls off his stool as you clamber over his xylophone. You grab the beater and bring it down onto the triangle, eliciting a pure, resounding note. And
Yes. Chopin's Triangle Symphony Number 4. Yes. Bing, bing. Like it's this amazing symphony for just triangle. And I'm 6 players. 6 is always so much for me.
the rafters ring with laughter. The mustachioed ghost appears next to you, doubled over, invisible to the furious orchestra.
I never thought you'd fall for that. The triangle, for God's sake. Thanks for shutting them up, though.
Mustachio was messing with me. They both were. That's. You know what? All right, maybe that will be funny, but it is a ghost story. Let's just get some money, shall we? You wander the streets of the city looking for a way to make some cash. Let's panhandle. No one gives you anything, but to be fair, no one seems to have much to give. This is a broken town and a broken country. Yeah, I thought I should have just looked for work. I know, right? Wasn't murdered. So let's why don't we just keep going this direction and see? We're gonna go into Indiana. I worry that we're not being systematic enough and that we're gonna miss all sorts of things. Well, it does tell you where you've been. That's true. That's true. And this is coming from an aunt and uncle who do bell duets during the holidays. Hey, bell duets are cool. Chicago soon, maybe. It's set in Chicago since I live here and just going to use my dad's old stories about back in the day. Since he lived in a poor Italian neighborhood and knew a few wise guys. Oh, that's cool. So why don't we, this is such a big country. Why don't we just keep, oh, hey, but there's a potential friendo near Kentucky. You know what? Let's do it. Let's go meet the potential friendo in Kentucky. So we want to head south. I mean, I don't know if this is the best choice that we're going to make, but that's what we're going to do. Chicago to St. Paul. What about Bugs and the Bomb, Demma? Still there. Oh. Louisville. I feel like we're missing I feel like there's all sorts of stuff we're missing. You know what, though? It's fine. What about... Oh, you drive a convertible? That's so cool! Oops. The Midwest, the South. I feel like we missed somebody. Oh. That friendo was on the other side of the river. I still want to see them, though. We probably need to cross the river again. Oh, there's a crossing over there, though. I just want... I need to bust out my banjo. I'm not going to right now, but I need to bust out my banjo and get my fingers back. I've lost my calluses. Oh, what about my mental issues? What about them? Cross. I'm not going to bust it out right now. I'm not doing it. Here we go. Okay, we've met people. I need to get my calluses back. If you want to share, I'm always willing to hear, Emperor Sock. The waitress at this diner is sharing an outlandish tale with one of her regulars. I heard it from my sister-in-law, she says. It happened to her friend's daughter's friend. It's true. She noticed you listening. Hey, have you heard this one before? Which one? She regales you with a story about the brothers who sought one another for 50 years, and their spirits still search today. Halfway through, you realize it's the story of the two brothers who wandered seeking one another for 50 years, but highly embellished. What do you think about that? The waitress explains. That's an interesting tale. I just want to regain my musical talent I had, period. I get it. Me too. I got the usual depressive anxiety, trust issues. Yeah, you know, a lot of people too. A lot of people have that, Emperor Sock. What's good, I think, is that... What's good is I think that people are now more willing to share and talk about it and get help for it. And that I think that we haven't really lost stigma completely, but I feel like there's a lot less stigma, which I think is really good. I love how the Ohio River flows down the Ohio River. And, you know, like I teach at a university, and I think 70-something% of the students here go to health services while they're here, which is wonderful because it means that they are, you know, that they are willing to seek help and that it's less stigmatized. So that's really good. Sure is, she agrees, and true, every word of it. So I am glad because I think it's important for people to be able to be open and honest about where they're at emotionally as well as physically.
Just a moment there, he says, shaking your hand. I'm Paul Dalhart from the Republican Herald. You may have heard of it. Syndicated in 6 counties.
Let's see if we can get something happy or funny. Never heard of it.
Well, no matter. But listen.
I love the
You may
art.
have noticed a vocal few out there. I call them naysayers, who throw up their hands and fly the white flag as soon as life gets a little tough. But wouldn't you agree that it's never been a better time to live and do business in this country?
We're in the middle of the Depression, so it is not a good time to be... No.
Ha! Pessimism, negativity, faint-heartedness.
He claps his notebook shut.
If there is to be an end to the great American experiment, it'll be your attitude that writes it, not mine.
Maybe I shouldn't have said that, but I just was going to be honest. The newspaper reporter with strictly positive views. Yeah, it's the 1930s. JJ. So, like, maybe I should have pulled a better story out of him, but he asked me, and I was going to be honest. Yeah, this is not a great time period. So, I feel like we need to find some friendos. Yep, this is
Over a shared, crusty loaf of bread, the farmer notices you looking at a prominent, tattered scarecrow in the field.
Oh, you like old Barney?
He asks.
Yeah, sure.
Does a damn good job scaring the vermin. Shame about the real fella. He was a funny one.
I'm a giant
Old
skeleton.
Barney
Barney.
hiding out in our stables and lofts, just passing along. We liked him. Well, all except the sheriff. Barney never harmed nothing. I sometimes shared bread with him, just like you here.
Oh, I wonder how long it was to have to travel these huge dust clouds. You know, Oh, yeah, Jim Sterling has funny things to say. Those dust clouds, sometimes they would blow dust all the way to the East Coast, right? So there was like some sort of reddish snow that hit because they just swept through the entire country. So what happened to this guy?
When he disappeared, leaving just the clothes we gave him, I figured I'd put him to use. Never got to know his proper name neither. Across the field, the wind in the corn whispers. Or is it the scarecrow?
Yeah, no, it's true. Even in New York City, they got hit with the clouds from the Dust Bowl, which is like so insane. I wish I had I wish I could show you some photographs, because I've seen some amazing photographs of the Dust Bowl. They're so creepy. Let's find something funny or happy.
The baby buffalo lies tangled by a fence.
Nope.
Wire biting into its flesh. Please, it says, I must reach the sanctuary before they find me. The light here has a thin quality. Colors are oddly muted. There's a taste of something old in the air.
Let's find out who's chasing this buffalo.
They were hunters of my kind. I am the last born.
Ooh.
Every year it repeats. I must run. They must chase. It is the cycle that lets my people survive. You hear hoofbeats. A ways back down the road, a cloud of dust rises. The buffalo struggles. Please, help me.
Of course I'm going to free the buffalo. What do you think?
The wire cuts into your hands, but you untangle the animal. The buffalo charges off as soon as it's free. Come on. You glance behind. A trio of riders emerges at the head of the dust cloud.
Yeah, let's just follow that buffalo.
You run alongside the buffalo. Not far. It grunts. Just ahead. You see the boundary, a line of rocks that mark the border, but the hoofbeats sound close. The ground dips, and the beast stumbles and falls. I'll be on you any second.
You know what? I'm going to carry the buffalo, because I'm a giant skeleton hobo. I can do it.
You snatch up the beast and run for the boundary line. All you can hear is the pounding hooves and the whooping of the riders.
I know that was a difficult choice, right?
They're on you just before you reach the line. You hurl the buff forward as you fall.
Okay.
The buffalo crosses the line and turns with a defiant bellow. A primal sound that far outstrips its size.
This is so intense.
It drags its feet through the dirt, kicking up a cloud of dust. When it settles, the four are nowhere to be seen. You hear the distant clamor of a herd in motion.
That's so intense. I am injured and tired, but we're gonna cure this story? Maybe? Listen to this, blurts a boy loitering outside the grocery store. He works his way through a long and strange story about the woman communing with wood spirits. There, he finishes. What do you think? Wait a minute. Holy shit, you know this story. It's the story of the women praying in the woods, but wildly altered. For a couple of moments, you're too surprised to respond. Seriously, the boy insists. What do you think about that one? I'll just say it's a great story. He smiles sheepishly. Thanks, he says. I heard it from my brother. So, what I need to do is find some new stories. We're gonna go this way, I suppose. Where are we at our map? Well, oh, that's the creepy journalist. Look, right there's a friendo right there. We gotta find this person. Yeah, we should probably rest and heal up too. But, I don't know. We need another city for that to happen. I was going south, but then I wasn't, and now I am again. We just need to find let's my family situation is a bit messy, or at least difficult. Ooh, is there anything you can do? I say you go west, young man. Haven't you been told? California is full of whiskey, women, and gold. That's probably not true. But, you know, it's fine. We're looking for someone. I'm injured. Yeah, we gotta find the Big Rock Candy Mountain. Do you, there's supposed to be someone around here. I don't see them anywhere. Did I miss them? Huh. Well... Why? Oh, I was heading west. That's what was happening. I was heading west and not south. We went west. We went west. So let's head south, which is this way. But I need to cross the river. Hey, it's St. Louis. I don't think we've been there. Let's go to St. Louis. When we're wandering around like a drunk skeleton hobo, might as well. Hey, it's the Mississippi. Let's go across the bridge and let's heal ourselves up and, you know, St. Louis misery. They may have. Can we just cross? Oh, crossing. We're gonna go to St. Louis. We're gonna get money, rest, heal. Oh, you know what? This is just a crossing, it's not a hobo friend. We live all across the land and none is much keen on the other. Let's go into St. Louis, huh? I will say hi to Flora while I was there. So, a quarter of the folks in the state are jobless, they say, and St. Louis is home to America's largest Hooverville. There you find homes, churches, and food shelters built of loose boards and metal scraps. Let's, explore.
It's nearly
Let's
Christmas.
explore.
Many are drinking liberally. A man staggers up from a downstairs bar and falls over the top step. Help me! You can barely hear his voice over the traffic. For God's sake, help!
Yeah, Sal knows. Bad family situations are no good.
People tut at the man's drunken state. A woman tosses a coin at him without even looking. The drunk clasps at his gut and looks straight at you. Help me. Please.
Oh,
He lifts his hand from his stomach. His palm is red with blood.
he's been stabbed, everyone. Also, do you, like, I want to know, do you feel like this lighting is good? I'm going to try next time with, like, a second light and see how that goes. We're going to try to help him.
You press a cloth on the wound, and he hisses with agony. Another man strides up the stairs, laughing. He looks at the bleeding man, sweeps his Stetson off in a theatrical bow, and turns to you. You best mind your own.
You know what? I'm going to stay.
He steps forward, smiling toothily. He twitches his jacket up and rests his hand just above a pistol.
I don't care. I'm a skeleton.
Good evening to you. Tipping his Stetson in a gesture of farewell, he walks fast, but not fearfully, and does not look back.
Yeah, I'm going to help this wounded man.
The bleeding man collapses into a fetal position.
Oh, that's so bad.
His clothes are saturated, and a bloody puddle has formed around him.
Well, I didn't help.
There's nothing you could have done to save him. You could speak to the police, but you didn't see the
Yeah.
killer blow.
Yeah. Yeah. That is not... Gunshot man left to die in the streets of St. Louis. Not a good way to go. Also, I'm poor. Let's get a sandwich. And I need to earn money. And let's look for work. I'm feeling good about today, crows a young man in line with you outside this factory. Feeling pretty good. Today's our lucky day. Shut up, Bill! Every time you say that, nobody's hiring, shouts a man further back in line. I'm going to side with Bill. Another thing about me, I'm not really liking most physical contact in real life. You know, a lot of people don't. There goes Billy Lyons leaving staggerly face down the dust. Yes. Billy the Lions. You know, I know a lot of people in our space that do not want to be touched. The door bursts open. We're taking all comers, shouts the floor manager. Bill gives a whoop. I knew it, he crows. You cheer along with Bill. Fuck you, Bill, the cynic shouts. You had nothing to do with this. Whether or not he did, though, you all get paid. I'm not going to buy any more food because I feel like it might not be a good idea. No, they don't see us as a skeleton, but we are a skeleton. We are no longer, real people. We're dead. We've been murdered. So, that's super awkward. So there's, a train station and a crossing. We're heading south, right? Is that what we're doing? Is that what we decided? I suppose I am an ex-hobo. Let me look at the map. Okay, so it looks like some of these things are just crossings. And we could hitchhike, but... Did we even go up here? Yeah, but we were cheated. There once was this old woman in line behind me at the doctor's desk. She was, really close. It made me feel uncomfortable, and as I moved a bit forward to increase the distance gap, she followed. Really closely. That's creepy. Literally shaking my head would have hit her in the face. She could have... That's Emperor. That's creepy. Oh, we should go to Chicago. Yeah, we're going to go to Chicago. Let's go to Chicago. If we skipped it, we should not skip it. There's so much we can do, but we're gonna go to Chicago. Let's maybe we can hitchhike. Everybody seems to be driving south. We're going to Chicago, everybody. We're going to Chicago. Or, as the song goes, go to Dimma's home, then mine. Yeah. Chicago, Illinois, it's like a shiny toy. They're shy in that town. People seem to like Chicago pizza. If I'd stood there for a whole minute, I'd have ended up screaming at her to give me distance. Wasn't it obvious enough that I enjoy my personal space by being a bit over an arm's length away from the one in front of me? Yeah. Well, we haven't gotten there yet. We're on our way, but we haven't hit the south yet. We're gonna get there. We started up in Maine, and so we've gone through most of New England. Like those car drivers are so close to you. Yeah, no, I don't. You don't need to be that. A friend of mine in the army used to say when we were driving, and if she was being tailgated, she'd say, "If I wanted you on my ass, I'd invite you in my bed." She was hilarious.
Ride with us a little while, stranger.
Oh.
It's a kind offer. Miles of dusty road through the rolling prairies have recast this landscape as an exhausting soup of wind and misery.
Maybe we get a happy, funny story now?
There are 4 of them on the wagon. A perfect nuclear family. Mother, father, son, daughter. And a small, fuzzy terrier trailing behind. But the pace of their movement is glacial. The draft horse ambles forward, one agonizingly slow step at a time.
Oh, by the way, we're going to do a giveaway. Our giveaway is for Darksiders 2. So in the next 5 minutes, just make sure you say something in chat, and then we're going to do the giveaway. The version I've always heard was, if you're going to ride my ass, at least pull my hair. Oh, that's also a good one. I like that one. My favorite response to that is, if I wanted you on my asset, ask you to pull me. Yeah. That's awesome. People don't realize that if you have to brake and they crash into you, you are actually the one who has to carry the damage costs. Ugh. Was a nuclear family a thing then? No, not really. The nuclear family, the phrase itself, of course, and a lot of the idea is really post-World War II. First off, you need to have buy me dinner first. Nuclear families is really a suburban post-World War II era situation. People had bigger families back then. Like, especially somebody who's on a draft horse, they'd be a farming family, have a lot of kids. So, yeah, nuclear families are not a thing at this point in time.
Ain't no point rushing to get where we were going.
The wooden cart shivers with every pebble on the road that its wheels must laboriously traverse.
Yeah, it's anachronistic.
The girl in the back pipes up.
The going's the point, see?
Huh. Yeah, I mean, nuclear families, that's really a post-war thing. In the wintertime, when you can't do anything outside, there's not many other forms of entertainment. Yep. I'm going to keep with the cart. I'm not going to leave them behind. I'm going to keep with them.
Time stretches wearily.
See how this goes.
The father sometimes makes half-inch adjustments to the horse's trajectory, keeping him from ambling off the road. There is some intimation that they are heading for Oregon, but at no point is it mentioned when they might arrive.
Gotta run, Trooper, but thanks for... Oh, thanks! Deceptive Mirror! Hold on, though. Wait, Deceptive, can you wait, 1 second before you go anywhere? Because what if you win our giveaway? I want you to, if you let's find out who our winner is, because it might be Deceptive Mirror. Sal! It's DM, it's not you, it's Sal. Sal? Darksiders 2, congratulations. Let me, you did it, but you could have won. Thank you for being here, Deceptive. Now I will see you later. And Deceptive Mirror, Night Witches is happening. It's happening soon. Let me make sure. Sal, I'm going to redraw. Oh, you already own it? Oh, all right. If you already own it, then I will redraw. Dema, do you have it? Dema? Night Witches. Deceptive Mirror, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for the show. And I'm excited to have you there. So it's going to be really good. Congrats, Dema. Sal already has it. So Dema, congrats to you. Can I give it to you? Oh, you know what? Dema hasn't won anything in a really long time. Dema, have you ever won anything? Dema, I'm looking at my records, and I don't think you've ever won anything. Oh, you've never won Darksiders 2, the Definitive Edition. I'm so excited. Oh, congratulations, Dema. Oh, this is so cool. Dema, I'm so glad you won, because you're such a great member of the community, and now you got it. So this is very exciting to me. So I'm going to whisper you. Whisper. The code. I'm whispering you the code. Oh, great. Wonderful. I've just whispered you the code. And now I'm really happy about this because, Dema, you're so cool and you're such a great member of the community. And I'm glad that you won. That makes me happy. Woo! Yay. All right, we're back in. So, can I tell you, I love giving away, games. It makes me so happy because it's a way for me to give back to you all because I really appreciate everybody in the foxhole being here and keeping me company and all the things that you do. And so if I can give back some games, that makes me happy. And so also Hydrate Bot said I should hydrate. The Hydrate Bot didn't actually say that, but I figured that I should. So let's move on. So that was a slow going cart. All right, we are heading towards Chicago, right? which actually should be this way. I feel like we're heading the wrong way all the time. But I also feel like... What is that? That's Cincinnati. We've been there. We want to head just north? Is that it? Okay, so we need to head up to Chicago. So we need to head north. That's it. No more fooling around, everybody. North? No, that's not north. This is north. No, it's not display on the time. You have to click it in order to get it. I'm enjoying the walking bass. But maybe we can get a ride from one of these cars. Maybe we can hitchhike. Which... Oh, I think we can. The link works, but email things borked. I'll check in a bit. What happened with the email? Here we go. No? Oh. I have difficulties to say no to random things. Like in the street, some random person hitchhiking? No? Oh. Some random person was going and my group needed help from her, but she only wanted to help if we help her fill her quota by getting cards filled out. Like names, address, telephone number. Come on, cars. And I ended up... We're going to hold my thumb out. I ended up being the one that needed to enter their stuff, also because I was one of the few legal adults already, and it ended in some, like... Here we go, let's get a ride. It ended in some, like, thing where they wanted to get me some subscription thingy and wanted my bank data for the bill stuff, and... Oh, I pretended not to know I did it. No, the message is not too long. Oh, good. We're going to Chicago, everybody. Yeah, it's hard to say no. I understand that. But you gotta, like, don't give people your bank data. That's never good. Okay, we're in Chicago. Yeah, it sounds like a scam to me. Okay. Downtown bustling behind you, Lake Michigan stretching before you. Chicago is beautiful, isn't it? But there's a dark heart to this place. Dangerous men on the streets, and a glint of fear in people's eyes. Let's explore.
It's the midday, and yet this whole neighborhood is eerily quiet. Everyone
I have a
seems
tip
to
for
have
you, Emperor.
retreated into their homes as if warned of something. You soon realize what? The reciprocating sound of a Thompson gun emptying its drum.
Oh, there are fights in Chicago. Yeah, so this is the thing I want to tell you. I learned this from a friend of mine. When those people call you on the phone, when the telemarketers and whatnot call you, this is what you say. You say, no, thank you, and take me off of your call list. Because apparently they have to do that. So, I do have experience. I do. I say yes. I enjoy the smell of urine and beef. So apparently, if you say that taking off of your call list, they have to do it. So, take them, do that. Let's run for cover.
You get behind a car, putting the engine block between you and the sound. But it's muffled, coming from inside a building. You're in no danger, you think. So you allow yourself a peek above the black hull of the car.
Yeah, and if you ask instead of tell them to, I don't think... Yeah, so you just have to tell them. I never realized I could have just entered wrong data on the card in the first place, like all my friends told me afterwards. Yeah, if you get on their call list, tell them, I do not... Take me off of your call list. Let's look.
And running down the cobblestone street, a man in fine, blood-spattered clothes. He has his hands out, mouth open, screaming something, but you don't catch what he says. He's drowned out by gunfire, and his body slumps to the ground.
Oof. And I'm a very big Warren Zevon fan. Just tell them, I just send them to my call screen, ties them up. Also, sometimes I'm honest to a fault. I am very honest, but I also know when to shut my mouth. Do you know what I mean? Like, sometimes I just don't need to tell you things. Right? For example, some people are incompetent and terrible human beings, but they also have power over me. So I don't need to tell them that right now. That is a thing that may not be diplomatic to say. I won't tell them that I like them, but I will not tell them how terrible they are. I can hold off. Then block, then later automatic says this number has been disconnected. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, Emperor Sock, I'm the same way. I don't lie, I just withhold some information. They don't need to know some things. Let's keep watching.
The men responsible, 3 abreast in dark overcoats and wide hats, walk up to him to check on the body. The smallest of the 3 has a nervous energy about him.
People are gonna see us, boss.
People ain't gonna see nothing. Not on these streets.
Nope. Oh, well, there are some killers on the streets. So we need to go to the store, and we need to get some coffee because we are tired. I don't think that's true. I disagree, Sal. So if, for example, I think somebody is a terrible, horrible, racist human being and incompetent, me not telling them that is not lying. If they ask me, what do you think of me? And then I don't, and I tell them, I think you're great, that would be a lie. But I don't think that not volunteering that I think somebody's a horrible human being is lying. Because I think all sorts of things all the time, but I don't tell people everything all the time. I don't think that's lying. I think if people ask you and then you lie, that's a lie. But, or just give them kind of a bit character info. Why, yes, my name is Bruce Wayne. My lover is Dick Grayson. My sister is Barbara, etc., etc. Yeah, I don't think that not volunteering information that hasn't been asked is a lie. Especially when it's just my opinion about something. Yeah. No, I think that lying is when you lie. I mean, we can talk about lies of omission, but I just don't think that me not telling somebody I think they're a horrible human being is a lie. My mom used to scream at me and push me into a corner if she thought I lied about something I said. Ugh, I'm sorry, that sounds awful. That sounds really terrible. I'm sorry you had to deal with that, Emperor Sock. Let's get some coffee. Yeah, and then let's earn some money. And we're going to look for work. It starts to rain in the kind of torrential tree-stripping way that only happens once or twice a year. Everyone scrambles for cover. Oh, it's the umbrella guy. Oh, but also, that's the thing. You don't, this is my opinion on something. This is my opinion. You don't owe anybody your opinion on anything. Also, her denying the existence of oppression and such. Yeah, no, that sounds awful. And I just got injured a little bit. My mom did that too. At one point, I pointed out that she'd never called me out on an actual lie. This text is tiny on a phone. Ooh, no, that sounds bad. So, we're good. Let's leave. Yeah, I think about this a lot. I think that nobody is owed your opinion. You know what I mean? Like, I have thoughts and feelings, and nobody is owed my thoughts and feelings. I might tell people my thoughts and feelings if I feel like it, but nobody is owed my thoughts and feelings. And if you are not a person I feel safe confiding in, I'm not going to tell you things. You know what I mean? Give me a little more credit. If I was lying, you would believe me. I used to not like to my mom about bad grades and stuff. Her screaming had always had me cared. Yeah. I just feel like if I want you to know something, I will tell you something. If I don't want you to know something, I'm not going to tell you something.
There's a truck parked here. The driver mistakes your look for curiosity.
Oh.
You want to see something interesting?
He asks, pointing to the trunk. He opens it. There's hundreds of metal tubes with little numbered screw-on caps sorted in wooden racks.
What do you think that's about? What is that? I had opened a post office box because she wanted to know what was written in the letter sent by the doctors. Luckily, it was none of Oh my gosh. Hey, Emperor Sock, your mom sounds super inappropriate. I'm really sorry to deal with that, but I'm glad that you took proactive steps, like having a P.O. box so you don't have to deal with that. That is good. And I certainly hope that you do not have to live with your mom anymore and that you're somewhere on your own, because she does not sound like a person that was good for you or healthy for you in any way. And getting out of there sounds good. What is this?
We've been surveying, he said. It's my job to study soil health. The trunk has a map taped to it, marked with numbered dots. I can show you the one from your hometown if you see it here.
Welcome to the Foxhole. Yeah, oh, hey, speaking of which, we, in the Foxhole, we have a Discord, and if you like, oops, let me go over here. And you can join us in the Discord. We're very friendly people. Here you go. We're heading out for now. Have fun with the game. Oh, thanks. My pleasure, Dema. And I will see you later. She's currently sleeping one floor below me. Interestingly enough, I haven't seen her in person for at least 2 weeks now. Wow. You know what? See ya, Dema. I will see you later. I hope you're doing okay, Emperor Sock. I hope that you are safe, emotionally as well as physically, and that if you are not safe, you can find a way to become safe. Those are all of my hopes. Oh. Okay, 40K thing. Tell me. Let's That's what I want. It's not on the map.
It's an official-looking map, but the state borders and rivers are wrong. Half your county is missing. The surveyor offers you a coin for directions to your hometown, but his notes are funhouse mirror English writing. Fascinating, he murmurs. We learn so much from you folks.
Are you sketchy? Another information about me is that I'm an unemployed failure that pretends to still do education. You know, I am going to challenge you on the idea that you're a failure. Yes. So first off, you can hit up Sal, but talking bad about yourself is not particularly useful. And there are many different ways to define failure and success. And I bet there are things you're not a failure at. The economy's not great. Not having a job doesn't make you a failure. Not having a job doesn't make you a failure. I think that, I would just say, please be kinder to yourself, is what I would hope that you would do. Be kinder to yourself. And, yeah. Be kinder to yourself. And there are people here who will certainly chat with you in DM, but I would encourage you to be kinder to yourself. That's important here in the Foxhole. We're gonna camp and see who this is. Be nice to yourself. Ooh, somebody new. Cassidy.
I've met a lot of people like you on this road.
I wonder if this is a reference to Neil Cassidy from Kerouac's The Road.
There's something you want from it, isn't there? A desire that scratches and scrapes away at the sides of your body.
Also, hang out with us. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hang out with us as we gab on when Critical Role happens. So, Emperor Sock, I don't know if you watch Critical Role, but I host Critical Role on my channel, and then we just chat, because it's a much nicer chat than one with tens of thousands of people in it, and we don't talk smack about the women on the show, so you should come and hang out with us. Yes, Sal is also Thanatos. They are one and the same. It's totally Neil Cassidy, right? Also, I love that Vulpes gets my references.
Does being out here feed that part of you? It's that way for me. Living in a state of motion, resting nowhere, returning to no one.
And this is a totally kind of beat poet way of speaking.
I've been a wandering ghost for a while now, and I'll be that way for some time to come. But that's a fate I should have known I was in for. I'm a poet, after all.
Ooh, oh, that's exciting guest. I know, right? This is a total Neil Cassidy voice. Like, this is beat poet voice.
Sometimes I want to hear a sadness that resonates with my own. Do you know any stories like that?
Oh, I know sad stories. None of my stories are happy. I've got sad stories for you. Oh, hey, we've got almost all the categories except for this last one here. This is the sadness one? His cadence is so good, right? I hope she comes into the show before midnight. Oh, me too. Oh, hey, we can tell the stories about our friends. Tell the story of a gunshot man left to die on the streets of St. Louis. Yeah, I think he'd like that.
That one was like getting locked out in the cold with nothing but your sorrow. I liked it.
All right. I still don't have any happy
I know
stories.
sadness. These days, the melancholy just settles over me like a heavy bay fog. It makes its residence with me, and I accommodate it. I start to think, well, the world isn't made for being happy in, not for someone like me.
Wow, you're a downer.
My old friends have their happiness. Jess and Deborah, Pauline, Silas too, maybe. And good for them. It'd be wrong to begrudge someone their happiness, wouldn't it? No matter how jealous you are.
So, there's an album by Mark Murphy called Bop for Kerouac. And Mark Murphy's a jazz singer. And he has this album called Bop for Kerouac where he does these songs. And there are these breaks where he actually just sort of reads parts of Kerouac. And I think about it a lot. Like, it's a really good album. And I'm gonna turn this down for a moment. And like, there's this one song, Ballad of the Sad Young Men, and it's so good. It's like, when Charlie speaks of Lester, you know someone great has gone. Music, something brilliant, and he had a Porky Pig hat on. A bright star in a dark age, when a bandstand has 1,000 ways of refusing a black man admission. Jazz musicians, those days they put him in an underdog position. Oh, such a good... That album, I recommend that album. It's a really good album. It's really, really good. I'm turning my volume back up.
Sometimes I want to hear a sadness that resonates with my own. Do you know any stories like that?
Ooh, that sounds amazing, Vulpes. I have got Howl by Allen Ginsberg. Allen Ginsberg reading his own Howl, and that's also pretty amazing. I know lots of super sad stories, so yes. Let's do the couple that's parted by unemployment. He'll like that sad story. I have got so many sad stories for him.
The tragedy in that story, it's real. Have you ever tried writing poetry? The space you give to love is the same space you open yourself up for potential harm.
You are such a downer, my friend.
That's an old truism, and I'd read all about that kind of thing from an early age. So, it's not like it should have been a surprise to me. Still, I wasn't prepared for how much it all going sideways hurt me as much as it did.
Yeah.
The way I felt about Silas wasn't like anything I could remember feeling before.
Wow.
The whiplash from that is why I'm out here by myself now.
I'm sorry, Neil.
Sometimes I want to hear a sadness that resonates with my own.
Huh.
Do you know any stories like that?
All he wants are sad stories. And that's okay, because guess what I have lots of stories of? I've got lots of sad stories. Super sad stories. How about the boy that ran away with his father and was left abandoned? I mean, you want it? I got it.
That one was like getting locked out in the cold with nothing but your sorrow. I liked it.
Oh, I found another thing about me. Sometimes I don't notice jokes or funny things, and I have huge difficulties with irony and sarcasm and such. You know, there are a bunch of people in this sort of extended community that also are on the autistic spectrum, and they also have autism, Asperger's, and they also have problems with jokes, sarcasm, and irony. So there are a bunch of people who know that experience quite a lot.
Freedom. Sometimes I feel like I don't know how to use it.
There are lots of people around here who will be able to empathize with your experiences, Emperor Sock.
When I consider my situation in the mornings, I mean, soberly, I know there's no way to bring things back to the way they were. I think I'll just find my own path. Surely, that's what's meant to happen now that I'm no longer bound to anyone.
I do love the animations they have here.
But how can I? That group was everything I knew. I was cast adrift by what happened, and I can't come to rest. Sometimes I want to hear a sadness that resonates with my own. Do you know any stories like that?
He wants all sad stories. Like, all the sad stories all the time. I hope I have more sad stories. Yeah, I had people mention I show huge signs of the autism spectrum, especially towards, like, Asperger's. Maybe. I mean, I don't know if you are getting therapy. One who actually is diagnosed in it said she sees a lot of herself in me. If you have access to therapy, you might be able to find something out. But not everybody does have access to therapy. Let's tell the story of the fortune teller and the curse. We want something really sad. Drunkard lineman, buckets of poison. I just don't go around claiming I am. Don't want to upset people. It's rather difficult. If you don't mind me saying, Emperor Sock, screw other people. I just, I feel like it's important to do the things that are helpful and useful to you. And if other people are not good people, screw them. About Neil wanting sad stories, later on he becomes very interested in Zen Buddhism. Maybe he's getting a sad base. Maybe. Especially since I live in a really rural area. If you don't have money in Bursock, look for a local UCED and see if they have services for autism. They might be able to do something about it without needing to get paid. Is getting there. Oh, that's so bad. Story of the Creepy Mill. Brothers. Monster in the Maelstrom. Oh, I bet he'll find that one. The story of the farmer whose land was choked with dust. He'll find that one is super sad. UCEDD.
The tragedy in that story, it's real. Have you ever tried writing poetry?
Yeah.
What happens to your voice when you don't have a center? That's the question I've been asking myself. You can wander around or you can stay where you are, but what you say always comes from somewhere. It's important to have that place, that origin point for what you put into the world. I suppose the answer to my question is obvious. I haven't written anything in a long time.
You should write more, Neil.
There hasn't been any point.
Gosh.
I've been aching for something like a good ghost story. You know anything scary like that?
Oh, I know ghost stories. I have ghost stories. Like, how scary and ghosty do you want? Ooh, let's do the Silent Twins. Because they're kind of creepy. That's good.
Oh, you're good at telling these.
Thank you.
It takes effort to make the scare feel real. Bondage. Yes, I've been feeling trapped lately. Oftentimes, I'll notice my brain
Oh.
getting stuck in a rut.
Optimum hydration.
I'll think I tried to defy what's normal. So, it makes sense I'd be punished for it. I've been punished by others plenty, but I also punish myself. The more I wander, the better. I can concern myself with food and a place to sleep. Less time to get trapped stewing on the past. Less time to think about what went wrong, how doomed things are.
Nielsa.
I miss the old group. I really do. I still have that image in my head. Pauline's house, the poets, Jess, me. But on top of them all, there's Silas.
Yeah, I'm sorry
In
about
my
that.
memory, he looms. He haunts. You ever meet someone so far above everyone else? It's like they were from a different plane altogether.
Do you think Silas is Jack? Is that what you think?
That was him. A divine presence among normal human beings. Silas was part of the group, but at the same time, he wasn't. He was better than any of us. Wiser, gentler, stronger.
I wonder if Silas is Jack.
We all held him in respect. We were in awe of his power as a writer, in reverence for the beauty of his soul. I still love him. Look, I'm headed out this way. If you find yourself out there, maybe we'll meet again.
I think he is too. That was a really good session. So we're gonna be heading north, I think, right? I think, yeah, I think we should head north up to Wisconsin, and then head across into the Dakotas, and we'll just see where we go. I think that's probably the best idea. Also, we're a little injured. Oh, hey, look. Little somebody's story that's embellished a bit. These fellas are lounging in front of a half-finished office building, taking their lunch break. Hey, one calls, waving you down. Rick was telling us this story. Listen, okay? And you tell us if it's bullshit or not. Sure. Rick, a credulous-seeming fellow, starts telling you a story about the dead woman in the yellow ribbon. You realize it's the story of the elegant woman in the small town, but changed in a few major ways. So it's definitely part bullshit, right? But also a little real. So I will say it is not bullshit. By the way, Volpez, do you know what your name reminds me of? No, what? Half the group groans. How the hell is that supposed to be a real story? Exclaims the man who waved you down. You're all the most gullible pieces of shit I've ever met. The other half of the group, vindicated, shares a bottle of pop with you. Ooh. Alright. Okay, I got a bottle of pop. Fallout New Vegas. Ooh. Hey, new story.
A hurried little girl collides into you with a wheelbarrow full of hay,
It's not
nearly
me a
knocking
fun
you
story.
out of your shoes.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You nod, but the way the girl fusses over the wheelbarrow, was that apology meant for you?
Yeah, this is bad.
Lost? Me? No, not at all.
She stands up taller and squares her shoulders,
Me too.
projecting an image of adulthood
Me too, Anil.
so stiff, she looks about to tip over.
But I guess I could use a little help. Can I ask you something pretty, please?
She's the devil. It's cool. Go on.
Well, I found this critter, but my daddy won't let me keep it unless I take real good care of it.
Relating this dilemma has put her on the verge of tears.
Do you know how I can be the very best pet owner in the world?
Okay, so here's the question, everyone. We can either say food and shelter or a strong leash. And food and shelter seem to be like the thing that you do to be a loving, good pet owner. I'm just worried that the food that thing needs is like babies. And that maybe it needs a strong leash. Oh, well, a strong leash is before eat your family. We have a lot of those devil stories already, so let's do food and shelter.
The girl bursts into hysterical laughter, like she just heard the funniest joke.
I don't know how to feed it when it don't have a mouth.
The laughter fades, and her look of worry returns.
Any other ideas?
Let's go with lots and lots of love. That's our choice.
She smiles so bright.
That's all it takes? Gosh, I already love it so much.
I'm really worried about this story. I'm worried about this girl. I just feel like this is bad. Do you know, let's walk up this way. I don't know what's up here, but I feel like we could... Let's just hit up, the north of not the kind of love you mean. It's fine. It's all fine. Let's travel through Wisconsin and see if there's anything interesting up there. I mean, there might not be, but sometimes I feel like this mini game doesn't actually make you walk faster. It just makes you feel like you do. We're going up. We're heading up there. See what we can find. And maybe we can, find something cool. Some cool stories. Maybe some happy stories for once. Most of our stories are not in any way happy. Oh, hey, look. There's something right over there. We found something. Let's search. The trees in this orchard are heavy with near-ripe fruit. Surely the owner won't mind if you pick a few. A little while later, your belly is full and you've got an apple in each pocket. Oh, that's great. We're just gonna travel around a little bit. We're heading north, see if there's anything up there. Go visit Racine. I have friends there. They will take you drinking. That's all they do up there, and eat cheese. I like cheese, and I like drinking if the beverages are delicious tasting. So I would totally be okay with that. As long as your friends aren't serial killers, or if they are serial killers, they don't want to murder me. Those are all things that would be important. Let's search. A preacher watches you with an odd look. Suspicion? Pity? He beckons you into the church and starts counting cash out of the donation box. Hush, he says, trying to silence your thanks. He puts the coins into your hand. You look like you need it more than we do. I think I'm actually all full up on things. I don't think I need things. But we'll travel. Oh, there's something over there. But I wonder... Nope, although the boyfriend does look remarkably like Nick Cave. Do you think we can cross over here? I bet we can't. Duluth. Duluth. See, I don't think there's a crossing up here. Nick Cave, and also the Bad Seeds. Hey, have any of you seen the film The Bad Seed? It was a horror film from the 1950s. And how much you want to bet? Can't do it. Nope. We have to find a crossing. But actually, I think we're pretty far from any crossing. Well, maybe near Minnesota? Well, we'll see. But have any of you seen The Bad Seed? It's a 1950s horror film in black and white with Maureen McCormick is the lead. And it's about, she's really young. She's like 12 or 14. Like, she's a pretty young kid actor. And she's like this cute, blonde, blue-eyed, innocent-looking moppet. And the film is a horror film where she just murders people. She's sweet and innocent looking, but she's actually a really terrible, terrible human being who murders people. Hey, we're in Minneapolis! And, in case you want to know, it's a really good film. And interestingly enough, she, was so good in the role of this evil, evil kid that she basically didn't get work after that because nobody could see her as anything else.
Camps before, and they tend to look like the town dump.
I know, giant skeleton mobile.
This one, though, on a good day, this could pass for a town.
Hey, Jer, thank you for inviting Hydrate Bot over to the channel. That's really
Starched
nice.
white tents stand tall and many, and a stroll through the grounds finds you neither trash nor trouble. You hear some chatter from a large tent on your left. On your right, a tent in the shadow of the trees emanates a soft buzz.
We're going to go left because there's chatter, and maybe that will get us a happy story. Maybe.
A bespectacled man reads from a black binder to an audience of
So
about
cool.
24 migrants.
At this time,
He says,
Mr. Martin vacated the chair in favor of new chairman, Mr. London. Mr. Lake was elected vice chairman. Mr. Lake was elected chairman of the Finance Committee.
Let's stay and listen. I'm interested to see how this is going in this Hooverville.
Mr. Horner and Miss Clive were the other members on the Finance Committee. Mr. Lake gave an instructive talk on the duties of that committee. Mrs. James displayed a lamp left by a camper which she suggested should be resold. Mrs. Schwartz made a motion that this be tabled until the next meeting.
I got more about myself. I state that I hate talking about myself, but I actually have a rather egocentric personality. Most of I talk from on my own initiative is stuff about me or things I actually have interest in. Is that egocentric? I mean, if all you did was talk about other people, people would say that you were a gossip. I don't know. You know what I mean? I think if you're talking about things you're interested in, do people often speak about things they're not interested in? Or about people that they're not connected to in some way? Or have some interest? Like, I don't know. That may not be egocentric at all. Let's stay and listen some more.
Total collection for the month, $143.70. Balance at the first of the month, $84.89. Deposits, $173. Bank statement balance, $248.07.
Yes. But if egocentric is that you talk about yourself and the things that are interested into you, I don't know many people who don't talk about things that interest them. Unless it's their job. So I don't know. That might just seem like a normal thing to do. Let's keep listening.
the speaker pauses to turn the page. And in that moment, he finally notices you, standing at the entrance.
What did you hear?
He says coldly. Every head in the place turns to face you at once, and you beat a retreat.
That's creepy. A strangely clean tent city. That was just a little creepy, everyone. Insecure about yourself in a wide range of matters. I think a lot of people are. We're gonna go visit Jer. The Mississippi here is lined with grain mills, factories, and train tracks, smoke towers rising stark against the sky. But some of these factories are empty, and there's a tense look in a lot of folks' eyes. Let's, explore.
3 delivery trucks sit on the waterfront, their drivers securing the cargo. 12 cop cars form a protective half-ring around them. Their occupants seem to be gearing up for combat.
Huh. Let's ask what's happening.
You approach a pair of cops. The broad one pushes shells into a shotgun with a practiced motion and an undercurrent of excitement. His wiry partner indicates the trucks.
We gotta get these through. Keep them secure.
From what?
The broad cop grunts. You been living under a rock?
Strikers.
Says the other. Socialist motherfuckers. The broad one adds. The wiry cop looks away.
Why are they striking?
The broad cop sneers. Doesn't matter. They better fall in line. The other shakes his head.
My cousin's out there. I don't think their demands are...
Maybe you're standing on the wrong side. Come on. They walk off to join a briefing huddle.
Yeah, they're just putting seashells into the shotgun. It's cool. I'm gonna sabotage their car.
It's a token act of resistance, but it's something.
That's what I'm gonna do.
You drop onto your belly, the car between you and the gathered cops, and locate the fuel line. You jab a knife into it. It takes a few attempts, but you nick it just right and cover your face as gasoline pours out.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
You stand to find the thin cop watching. He looks between you and the fuel leaking over the asphalt. The two of you lock eyes for a long second.
Go.
He says,
And I will just move on. The cops are me to take on the strike in Minneapolis. I don't need to earn any money, so let's just or go to the store. So let's leave. So we're in Minneapolis. I would like to go north because there was some stuff up there. So let's do that. Let's head north and see what we can find in the north of Minnesota. In the great northern... I have questions for you all. Hey, guys, how much screwed do you think I am? I haven't examined like 6 or 7 hours and I have yet to sleep. Oh, you should go to sleep. 6 or 7 hours is better than none. Emperor Sock, you should go to sleep. Because you want to get at least some sleep so that you can have better brain functions. Without, like, it's hard for you to remember things if you don't get enough sleep. So, even though we love having you here and we think you're awesome, you should get some sleep. As a professor, I would be not doing my job if I didn't tell you to go to sleep. You should go to sleep. You should definitely sleep. 6 or 7 hours is not too bad. I mean, especially if you don't have to travel too far for your exam. But if I don't want to sleep, you should sleep. You should just like lay down and then just see. Oh, Emperor Sock, what time zone are you in? I got no sleep the night before my ACT and took naps in between sections of it. My scores got progressively higher through the sections. Right, because sleep is important. Let's search in here. Maybe
deep
we will.
in the fields, you come across a group of young men clearing weeds and sod from a roadside plot. Pitchforks flying, weeds dying.
Central Europe.
You
Oh.
almost don't notice that the dark lump beside them is a dozing boy, lying smack dab in the middle of their work.
Oh, Central Europe, 3 a.m. Oh, 6, 7, 8, 9. I will say it this, Emperor Sock, the Night Witches game that I'll be running, GMing, on Geek Space TV, starting the first weekend of January, will start at 6. So we'll start at midnight your time and we'll end at 3, but it's on a Saturday, so you could like watch it without it being too miserable. Wouldn't be too bad. Just saying. Let's look closer.
There's an odd frenzy to the way these boys are ripping the sod apart. When they notice you approaching, they jog over and stand silently between you and their sleeping comrade.
That's suspicious.
The youths share nervous looks. The oldest steps forward. Get going, he blurts, leveling a pitchfork at your gut. His hands are shaking. He seems serious.
I don't know if he's dead or they're gonna bury him alive. But Emperor, you should go to sleep. Let's just find out if the friend... We're gonna ask.
You step closer, and the ringleader loses his nerve.
Oh,
He died,
he's
He
dead.
blurts.
he was sweating and crying, and he just fell over. They won't come get us with the truck till sundown.
You realize now that the sleeper's been
Yeah,
posed.
he's dead.
The ashy shadow on his face wasn't cast by a tree.
Nope. Creepy. Well, the boy who died in the fields where no one could be called to collect his body. Yeah, let's... Fun fact, Sokka's terrible at sleeping things. You should get some sleep. And you do you,
Barn and
but you
Silo
know.
have seen better days. One big storm might bring the whole structure down. A man hollers.
Ken? Ken? I know you're here, boy.
He sees you and lopes across the field toward you.
You seen a boy around? About 14?
I have not. He's probably dead.
He sighs.
My boy is missing. I haven't seen him since last night.
He swallows.
He ain't the type to run off, neither. Can you spare a minute to help look? I'm worried sick.
Check the roof, check the inside of the barn. I'm going to assume that he checked the inside of the barn already, so I will check the roof.
You climb the ladder and make your way across the roof. A trail of empty beer bottles leads you past a discarded shirt.
I don't know why
to
all
the
my
base
stories
of
are
the
sad.
silo. You climb up. There's a hole in the silo roof. A rupture where rotten wood gave way under something large.
Bet he's dead.
You maneuver your way along the edge, keeping your weight off the rotted panels. You poke your head inside. He's there, half submerged in the grain. He's been dead for half a day at least.
You know, here's my question. If I'd said look inside the barn, do you think I just wouldn't have found him, or do you think I would have found him alive? Did I kill him by looking in the silo? Is this my fault that he's dead?
The man's waiting at the bottom of the barn ladder.
Anything?
No, I gotta tell him the
There's a
truth.
spark of hope in his eyes.
No. Yeah, no, we're telling him the truth.
He chokes back a sob.
I told him not to go up there. I told him.
He looks up at the tower, then turns to you, tears tracking down his grimy cheeks.
Why didn't he listen?
Because I just like bring death. Dead boy in the grain silo. That's me. I feel like I am the Grim Reaper. This is what I think. I think all I do is bring people death. This kindly old man sharing the shade under the bridge tells a few rambling stories, some true seeming, some conspicuously less so. All true, he assures you. There's history in this place, going all the way back to the Indian times. Strange stuff happens round here. It can't all be true. But the wild boar escapes at least, yeah. Sure it is, he scoffs. And then, as if to prove it himself right, he launches into a story about the farmer cursed to grow only dust. And this one you know. It's the story of the farmer whose land was choked with dust, but wilder and stranger than you remember. I know that one. You are a story in itself, the story of the nameless wanderer bringing death. Yeah, that's true. See then, the old man laughs? So I ain't pulling your leg. It's all true. And you move on. So we're gonna just head north and see if we can find anything. Oh no, actually, I think... Well, let's head north anyway. We might find something interesting. I think for the last one, wherever you look, the father looked the other. So the dad would have found the boy's body. Oh. Oh, I don't think we can go any further. That's it. No more for us. Let's travel this way. Oh, that's Canada. We can't go into Canada. There's no escaping into Canada. Yeah. I feel bad for that guy. Well, that's life somehow. This is like a morbid game. I like it. No running from the draft. A half-finished house provides good shelter from the wind, and the construction workers are already packing up their tools for the day. One of them sees you sneaking in, but just gives you a wink. Try the basement, he suggests. His advice is good. You find a spot for a long, cool rest. Oh, nice! That was really good. And it looks like, there's something interesting over there? Yeah, okay, you know, good night. I give up. Good! Good, Emperor Sock. I'm glad you're going to sleep. Because you need some sleep a little bit before your exam. And by the way, best of luck on your exam. I send you good exam thoughts. And I hope you do well. Thank you, Emperor Sock. Hey, it's Fargo. Do well on your exam. You know, get some sleep, try not to stress, and I'm pulling for you.
The car is a lifeline, your one hope to escape the encroaching storm. It rattles along a few yards
That's a good
ahead
question. What's
of the
for dinner?
storm front, jouncing and juddering, one pothole away from being swallowed by the choking dust. A figure clings to support straps mounted on the back.
Well, catch a ride. I feel like a burger. I haven't had a burger in a while, and I feel like a good
You
one.
grab the straps and haul yourself up.
Oh,
Shouts the woman on the back.
a fellow observer.
She's wrapped in a scarf and aviation goggles, juggling a pen and a notebook while hanging onto the unsteady car. The dust scours your face and rips at your clothes.
I'm sorry, Krellin. I shouldn't make you want burgers. I'm going to have cardboard with ketchup on it.
We're
You
not
want
done
that?
with our observations.
She threads one arm through the straps and makes another attempt to write, but it comes out illegible.
Blast it. Get inside and take dictation, will you?
Okay, sure. Why not? Yeah, storm changes in the
You clamber
1930s.
through the open back window, and she hands you pen and notebook. You scribble furiously while she dictates the finer qualities of the dust and wind assaulting the car until her voice is hoarse.
That'll do.
She bangs on the roof.
Judith, let's go.
So, I wanted to make something that sounded gross so that Krellin, you wouldn't be inspired to eat it. Don't eat the cardboard and ketchup. Don't do it. I mean, I'm sure it's got good fiber, but I can't imagine it tastes good. That's all. Women who study dust storms. So, there's like a little search over there, but I don't think I need it because I'm pretty healthy. What do you think's up there? I just wonder if there are things that are interesting for me up there in way northern North Dakota. But maybe not. Let's, it's almost 9. Ooh. I had a great fried haddock sandwich today. Ooh, that sounds good. I'm sure with enough ketchup, it'll be totally fine. It'll be fine. Let's search.
Here. Can you find her? His voice is soft, cooing. He's lowered himself down so that his head is level with the two blonde-topped boys next to him.
Can you find Grandma?
What does that mean?
They're pulling ears of corn off stalks with uncommon gentleness.
This seems a little creepy, my friends. Just watch, say hello. Let's just watch, because I don't know if I have a globe.
There she is.
He points to a specific cob. It's enormous, but otherwise unexceptional.
We gave her back to the corn, and now the corn has given her back to us.
One of the boys, awed, reaches out with a reverent hand to touch the cob.
Yeah, that's creepy. Let's just keep listening.
This one's not for eating.
The man continues.
No, this one we keep. Come on, boys. We better get home before dinner time. Harvest starts tomorrow.
He turns to lead his children back towards where you're standing.
I can say hi and apologize, or I can hide, but I'm gonna hide to keep the globe.
He seems beatifically distracted as he gingerly carries the pristine ear of corn in one hand, never noticing you. His children tail after him,
I don't know about all
One
this.
of them.
I don't know.
his blonde mop of hair mirroring the bright yellow maize. Seems to glance at you, but not really understand what he sees.
I don't even know what this is about. We're gonna look at him.
And there it is. Subtle, but perceptible. A patch of red spots on his face. Fuzzy and fungal, like the omnipresent rust that you've seen on leaves here and there in every cornfield. Except this one, of course.
Are these children of the corn? Are they actually corn children? Yes. Yep. I think they might be corn children. I don't know about this. Let's hear a story, everyone. You share a bus stop with an old man who shifts from foot to foot, thumbing his suspenders and watching the passing traffic with anxious focus. I think they might have murdered Grandma to get a good harvest. It's super creepy. They are. It's like children of the corn. It's creepy. Hey, he blurts out suddenly, turning towards you. Want to hear a good story? Sure. With the air of a man who's distracting himself from something, he stumbles quickly through a tale about the indescribable horror living in the farmhouse cellar, confusing himself now and again, backtracking, adding new details out of order. You barely piece the story together. Wait a minute. And saving the seed corn for the next harvest. I think they're still murderers. You suddenly realize these told you a twisted version of the story about the abandoned farmhouse, but massively changed, with whole new chunks you don't remember. It's true, the old man insists, turning his wincing eyes back towards the road. And with that, the conversation seems over. So, do you think we head north and look into these fields and see if there's anything interesting up here? I mean, there might not be. But what if there is? I'm just telling you, that was creepy. The corn children? I don't know about all that. Just creepy. I'm not seeing anything in particular up here. But maybe? Hugging the border to Canada. I feel like we're missing so much of the country. There's so much for us to see and we're not seeing it all. But there's something over there. We should go visit it. Are y'all good at... If you haven't... By the way, if you haven't seen The Bad Seed, you totally should. It's good. Oh, Bismarck. We should go visit that town too. But I should also go to order some food. Let's check this out. Let's search.
She waits by the ruined mill, in an overcoat 2 sizes too big.
Look! Look! Over here! Look at this!
She yells.
This only happens once every 10 years, for Christ's sake.
She grabs your hand, and you both look at the black gear rolling west to cover the sun.
We're gonna look at it.
Steadily, the darkness draws across the sun until it is almost total. She clutches your hand tightly.
I've never seen this before. I've never seen this.
The sun, obscured, throbs and expands, raging against the night.
Ooh, an eclipse. Wait, don't. And see, you made it creepy. You could just be a happy story about teaching his kids to respect nature and the cycle of life. Wait, I shouldn't look at it? And Neo, are you telling me I shouldn't look at this? I'm a skeleton. What bad things can happen to me?
The eclipse breaks. The sun surges forward, screaming, burning, writhing in torment. Your eyes burn too, as if in retaliation, as if your witness of the sun's humiliation constituted some great insult.
The writing's so good.
You look at her. Her eyes are bleeding.
Whoa! Well, that's what happens. Yeah. So it is 9:04. We're gonna go to Bismarck, and we're gonna call it there. Is what we're gonna do. But we're just gonna hang out at Bismarck first. But her eyes are bleeding, folks. This is a game about family values and happiness. Clearly. Yeah.
There's something wrong
Don't look at the
about
sun.
this lonely farmhouse.
Oh.
The cows have unusual rain over the porch, and the open door shows a cow lying in the empty parlor. The flower boxes are still well tended, though. There's outgoing mail in the box.
How strange.
The moment you step inside the fence, an old woman screams.
Hey! Hey! This is private property!
You quickly realize that the sound is coming from under the porch. Indeed, you can see her hollering at you through the slats of the steps.
What?
You can see a parlor set up in the basin under the porch. A flowery armchair, a rug, and a little lacquered table.
This is an inhabited home.
The old lady barks.
The cows live upstairs, and I live down here.
Above, a cow thumps its hoof. She twitches and startles.
All right, I have two choices. I'll chase them off for you, or that's a way to live. I feel like she wants the cows to be there, right? I feel like this is how she wants to live, so I feel like offering to chase them off would not be the thing to do, so...
That's right.
She shouts.
I'm a grown woman. I can live any way I please.
I know I need more world, but you know.
She shuffles to her chest of drawers and digs out a packet of rock candy in wax paper, like a grandmother saves for her grandchildren. She hurls it in your face.
Thank you for visiting. Now get out.
Oh, okay. Well, the one who hid from cows and her... Why is she... So this is what we're going to do, folks. I want to look at our... so this is our progress. We've met 3 people. That's great. The Hobo Kid we're doing pretty good at. Our journey log. Stories. Inventory. We don't have a lot of inventory. So I'm going to show you what we have so we can remember it for later. So we don't... This one here... the 2 of Pentacles, we have no stories in that one. We have 2 of the Star, 2 of the World, 3 of Romance. We have 2 for the Wheel, 3 for the High Priestess, 1 for the Justice. We need more Justice. 2 for the Fool. 2 for the 3 of staves, 2 for the Queen of Cups. Swap story, what does that mean? Oh. Huh. So we... Huh. 3. It looks like we must have an extra story. We must have an extra story. That's interesting. So we certainly don't need more of the Empress. We just don't need any more of that. We have 3 of the Tower. We have probably 4 of the Devil. We have 3 of the Emperor, 2 of the Sun, and 3 of the 9 of Swords. So we really need to find the 2 of Pentacles. And other than that, I feel like we're not too bad. Okay. Let me go here. Let me visit you all. Hey everybody. Hello. So, did you hear anything? Or was that me? I still don't know how I feel about the lighting. I think I want to bring in my second light. It's just that I'm really worried about my my outlet, which is giving me trouble. Work order. So anyway, hey, I'm Trooper SJP. This is the Academic Foxhole, and I want to thank everyone for being here. You are all so exciting and welcome. Yeah, I think I'm just going to bring in the second light. I think this light that I have right here can probably be a little bit taller, and then I'm going to bring in a second light that I have and put it over there. But it's just that the problem is that I'm a little bit concerned about my outlets, because one of them keeps dropping out. I also thank you, Jer. I also have a Twitter if you want to see me on Twitter. I'm not super active. I also have a YouTube where you can find the archive of our streams. I do really get into this game. It's true. It's good. I like it. So the next thing that's up for me is that tonight in an hour, 50 minutes, I will be hosting Critical Role. So if you want to watch Critical Role and hang out with the Foxhole while we chat, please feel free and welcome to come and join us. On Saturday at noon Eastern Time, I will be playing Horizon Zero Dawn. And that's what I got going on for this week. And next week, it will be the same. More Where the Water Tastes Like Wine on Thursday and Horizon Zero Dawn on Saturday. So that's what I got. I'm going to go get some food. I will catch you all on the flip side. Take care, everybody. I will see you in about 50 minutes. And if you can't make it, that's okay. I will see you on Saturday, or I will see you around on the Discord. Take care, everybody. Catch you on the flip side.